So this is a Traverseon portable camping stove. I wanted to share this with you because not only would this be useful for camping, but it would also be useful for power outages or other emergencies where you just had no other way to cook. Let me bring you in closer. So this is a Traverseon portable camping stove fully opened up. So let me go through the parts real quick here. So you would set larger pots right on top for up to 132 pounds or 60 kilograms, which is kind of crazy. You probably would not cook with that much. But this little component part right here lays on top if you have little smaller pots, which I'll be showing you how to do all this. The little piezo lighter folds out here where you can light it. It does come with a hose and an adjustable flame right here. This part connects directly to this style of fuel canister. And with this piece here, I'll be showing you this too, but you screw this in and that will connect to your butane style canister. Now with a separate purchase, which is this, it does not come with this stove. You can cook with these little 1 pound propane tanks. Now there's even another adapter you can get that I don't have, but you can connect that to 20 pound propane tanks or even larger. And it all folds down into this little case, which I think takes up very little space at all. Okay, so they claim that this stove can boil water in 3 minutes. And I didn't find anywhere where they mentioned how much water that was, but I have here a 16 ounces of water I just got out of the tap, and it looks like it's around 80, a little over 82 degrees. And we'll just see how long it takes to boil 16 ounces of water. I have it hooked into the little propane butane canister here. And we're going to light this and get the timer started, and I'll show you when it starts boiling. So this piezo lighter is supposed to light in 1 click. Let's see if that's the case. That bird is very loud. Okay, 2 clicks, but close enough. I'm sure I'm supposed to turn this up. So let me turn it up, not full blast, but pretty hot here. Let me get the timer going. Okay, so it's been about 2.5 minutes now. Let me disconnect the camera. Hopefully I won't be too shaky. Let's take a look down in here. 2.5 minutes. It's forming bubbles. It may be hard to see with a glare, but it's forming bubbles down in the bottom, but it's not quite boiling just yet. And it's getting very close though. And we're at 250, and I've noticed that it's starting to get red right around there, so that's kind of getting red hot. We're at 257, and I wouldn't quite consider that a boil, but it's very, very close to a boil. And again, like I mentioned, I don't know how much water it was supposed to be in that test, but as you can see, it's pretty close to 3 minutes now, a little over 3 minutes, and it's just about boiling. Let's give it just another few seconds before I consider that a boil. It's not a rolling boil, but it is, I would consider that just about boiling by now. Where are we at? 3.5. Let me see, will this be turn up even more? No, it doesn't sound any different. That's pretty much, yeah, that's boiling now. So it took about 3.5 to 4 minutes, and that's definitely boiling now. Okay, so now I've connected the butane canister here with the adapter that came with it. Now I'm going to get this going and cook a little sausage and egg scramble. It worked right away. Okay, let's get the sausage in there. Get that going. I've already got some Pam spray in there. I'll probably speed this up a little bit in just a second and get to the end. It's already started frying. I might need to turn it down just a little bit. Let me go ahead and chop this up a little bit here, because I'm going to mix in the egg with it. Ooh, that's getting hot. I just defrosted the sausage. That's cooking pretty quick. See if I can turn this down a little bit more. That's pretty hot. All right, let me get the egg in there. Turn it back up. The egg cooled it down, so let me turn it back up a second. Okay, it's going. I forgot to bring any seasonings out here, so I'd say less than a couple of minutes. I'm not a time this, but I would say less than a couple of minutes I'll have breakfast here, even though it's in the afternoon. And so this stove puts out, I believe it was 3,800 watts. Let's see, yeah, 3,800 watt flame. And in just comparison, the very popular MSR Pocket Rocket 2 puts out 2,400 watts. So this actually is a hotter stove. And as you can see, we're pretty much done. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this all the way off, actually. So yeah, just within a couple of minutes, did we have breakfast. So I had to have a little pepper. So I went inside, got this little pepper, and we have breakfast at 5 o'clock in the evening. Okay, so now I'm going to cook a grilled cheese with propane. I've taken off the little small pot cooking accessory here, and I've hooked up the propane. I've taken the little adapter off here that connected to the butane canister, and now the propane is connected here with the adapter that is not included. You have to purchase that separately, but that's just a few bucks. So okay, so let's get the pot on here on the full size thing. Let's get the gas going. Let's light it. One click, it lit. Wait for the butter to melt, and we'll get our grilled cheese going. So this camping stove is probably not the kind of stove where you want to put it in a backpack and go up in the mountains for days. You know, that kind of trip, you're trying to save every possible gram of weight, and you would use the little tiny stoves for like cooking for one person. This is more like family style type cooking stove here that you would take on a camping trip, where you'd be cooking for more than just one person probably, because this thing can hold a lot of weight and cook big pots actually. It does weigh 540 grams. I do believe that grilled cheese is done. I'm going to turn the stove off. Okay, let's cut into this grilled cheese here. I normally would eat this with mayonnaise, but that's okay. Cheese is melted. Oh yeah, that looks good. And it is good. Okay, so we've cooled down pretty much all the way here, and I'm getting ready to show you just how this thing breaks down. Let me disconnect it from the propane and the adapter. And so basically what you do is you slightly fold these in and then twist. Slightly fold in, then twist. And then these just kind of collapse in further. And then it's just a matter of rolling it up and putting everything together and putting it in a little case. So I got it all folded and put away in here, including the adapter for propane, which it didn't come with, but I got it in there. And as we saw, the piezo lighter is very reliable, but I don't care how reliable it is, I always want to have backups for our backups, so I'm throwing some matches in there just in case, for the next time I need it. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up my review of this portable camping stove by Traverseon. It's a good stove. I liked it. It worked well. It's heavy duty. It seems like it'll stand up to a lot of weight, 130 pounds, 132 pounds as they claim. The piezo lighter worked well, but remember, always have backups for your backups, back matches. It's flexible. It comes out of the box with the ability to be used with these two top fuel canisters, and with a small adapter you have to purchase separately, you can use propane tanks. It did not come with English instructions. I'm not sure if in the future it will, but I was easily able to go to their website and print these instructions. I'm curious what your thoughts are on this little portable camping stove. If you don't mind, put your thoughts down in the comments below what you think about this little stove. If you are interested in it, I will leave a link to their website where you can find out more information and the price. And I'm glad you made it to the end, and thanks for watching.